Dozens of Republican senators going after the White House over what they call an avalanche of classified information leaks. Leaks they claim were designed to make the president look good politically. The president denies it all and promised to go after the people who are responsible. But the Republican senators say they want an independent investigator on the case, claiming the administration's own investigation has too many conflicts of interest.
We need someone who the American people can trust, and we need to stop the leaks that are endangering the lives of those men and women who are serving our country with valor and courage, and they deserve a lot better.
He's referring to a series of high-profile intelligence leaks that included details of the foiled underwear bomb plot, a secret cyber war against Iran, and a report that the president personally approves drone strikes against suspected terrorists.
Frankly, members of the administration are sort of smugly happy that information has come forward that appears to make the president seem tough.
President Obama has called these allegations and accusations offensive and wrong. It's Fox Top Story, and Catherine Herridge is on it live in Washington this afternoon. Catherine, the top Democrat on the Senate Intelligence Committee is responding to this, right?
Well, that's right, Shepard. Well, more than 30 senators have signed on to this letter. None are Democrats. And this afternoon, the chair of the powerful Senate Intelligence Committee, Dianne Feinstein, referring to the U.S. attorneys on the case, told Fox, quote, "That process has begun. That process should run. A special counsel takes time. This is already working and has been for 3 weeks." Feinstein added that she's unlikely to change her mind unless the U.S. attorneys cannot work out the source of those leaks. Shepard.
Catherine, the Republicans say, frankly, they have some specific concerns.
Well, the senators are questioning whether the U.S. Attorney Ron Machen can be objective, claiming he donated 4 times to the Obama campaign in 2008, and he apparently helped vet vice presidential candidates. But current and former administration officials told Fox it's not that uncommon for U.S. attorneys to make political donations or to advise candidates, adding a special counsel would take months to set up the office and get the necessary security clearances. Fox was also told the FBI has already interviewed more than 100 people in connection with these leaks. Shepard.
Catherine Herridge on Capitol Hill this afternoon. Catherine, thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's take this to the judge in the House. Our senior judicial analyst, Judge Andrew Napolitano, is here. Lots of talks about leaks, but not a lot of talk, as you've mentioned repeatedly, about the substance.
It is appalling that there is no talk about the substance. The substance is that the president looks at pictures and bios of people and decides who to kill, even Americans, without any judicial process or any declaration of war. The substance is that the president has directed the CIA to do this, because if he directed the military to do it, there'd have to be public reporting. The substance is that the president has the American intelligence community fighting a cyber war against Iran, which is the moral equivalent of war, but no declaration of war. None of these people complaining about the leaks is complaining about the profound constitutional and due process violations that the president is engaged in.
You wonder why it is. How is it that the president of the United States, and these are just facts here, the president of the United States, according to these reports, has a list of people who have never faced justice, who have never had a lawyer, who have never faced accusations, who've never been through the court system. The president of the United States chooses who these people are, sends our equipment and our people to kill them.
The Constitution says the government cannot take life, liberty, or property without due process of law, meaning a charge and a trial and all the protections that come with that, unless the Congress declares war. There's been no due process of law, and there's been no declaration of war on these people or on the countries in which they're located. So the president is clearly breaking the law and violating the Constitution by killing, yet the members of Congress, usually members of the Intelligence Committee in the House and the Senate, are more concerned about leaking than killing.
It's been your assertion that the concerns about leaking are largely to tie up the system in an election year, right?
Well, you know, as Catherine reported, this type of an investigation, whether conducted by sitting U.S. attorneys or by a special counsel appointed by the court, will take a long time. I doubt that there will be a resolution of this before Election Day. But hear this. In the Bush administration, President George W. Bush, Congress enacted legislation that permits the president on his own to grant security clearances without an FBI background check or Senate confirmation, and to take away security clearances. And it permits the president on his own to designate a document as classified or to de-designate it, undesignated as classified. So they may be chasing phantoms here. He himself may very well have said, this is no longer classified. Therefore, if you leak it, there is no crime.
And we don't have any way to know whether.
No, we don't have any way to know it. We may know it when we get the report from the special prosecutor that would produce a political reaction, but no prosecution.